Today I have this 2008 Jeep Wrangler, and today I'm going to be replacing the exhaust manifold on it. As you can see here, the exhaust manifold of this Jeep is broken from here. Yeah, that piece is broken, so I had to replace the whole manifold. In this case, the driver's side is in a good condition. There's nothing wrong with it. It is just the passenger side, but you buy both pieces together. So in this case, I'm gonna be replacing both of them. So I'm going to start by replacing the one is broken, which is the passenger side. And the first step to do this process is to go to this area, to the mud cover over here, this mud cover over here, and we have to remove it to get access to the manifold over there, which is the manifold is hidden over here. So we have to remove this ball over here with a 10 millimeter, and we have to remove all these clips. There is one over here, one over here, one over here, another one over here, another one over here, and there is this other three over here. This, and this are holding this mud cover, and we have to remove it to get access to the exhaust manifold in there. And once all these clips are removed, we can easily remove the cover. Let's put it on the side. I have all the stuff over here, and as you can see, we have clean access to the exhaust manifold over here. So now we can start working. If you want, you can switch the position of the tire so you can go deeper. So we're gonna turn the tire in that direction. Now we have completely access to the exhaust manifold. If you are skinny like me, you can come inside the tire and the fender over here and be in between all these, the chassis and everything, to have more room. But that's the idea, to have better room to work. So we're gonna start working. So the first thing we're gonna do is like unplug the spark plugs, all of them. Just remember the location of each of them. So I'm gonna mark them to know where they go, because they don't have numbers or nothing. The spark plug cables are completely removed. As you can see, I already marked them with numbers, so I know the location. So the next step is to remove the bolts. I'm going to be like taking these bolts over here. These are 10 millimeter bolts. This one over here, another one over here, another one over here, another one over here, and another one over here. I'm gonna remove them all, and then I wanna be able to remove the exhaust manifold. But because this one is broken, I wanna be able to remove it completely. If your exhaust manifold is not broken from here, you have to remove these bolts using a 15 millimeter socket to remove this bolt from here, these two bolts, and then the exhaust manifold is gonna come out completely. But in this case, because this one is broken, I'm going to remove the exhaust manifold freeze, and then I'm going to remove the support, which is going to be easier. And once you have all the bolts removed, you can easily remove the exhaust manifold. See, completely out. And we have the gasket here, and I remove it too. All I have to do now is to remove these bolts over here. But remember, if your exhaust manifold is in one piece, you have to remove them before removing the other ones on top, because it's going to be easier. So I'm just going to remove that and inspect the surface. This will be a great time for you to inspect the cat converters over here, if they're cracked or something. In this case, they're okay. And to inspect the valve seals over here for leaks. You can see it's pretty easy. It's not mandatory, but if you have the chance, just do it. So I'm going to remove that to completely remove the last piece of the exhaust manifold that is broken. Here I have the manifold that I just removed. You can see this part is the one that is broken, but it had some other cracked parts like this one, and it seems like someone already fixed it from here. So they're kind of weak, but the point is not they're kind of weak. I mean, the point is like there is too much the exhaust pipe then goes all over, it's too long, and jumping and all that doesn't help. So all those problems cause then the exhaust manifold breaks all the time. Anyway, I have the new parts over here. It is a kit that comes with two manifolds. This is the driver's side. It comes with the two gaskets, and with the passenger side, which is this one, the one is cracked. So you always compare them. They look similar. That's all you need to know. And it comes with new bolts over here, but I don't really like these bolts because there are conventional steel bolts. There are no flame resistant bolts, which I don't like, because if you install them over there, they're gonna get rusty really fast, and later it's gonna be a problem to remove them. So I prefer to install the originals, because this engine still has the original bolts from the exhaust manifold. So I prefer to install those instead of these ones, because it's gonna be a problem. So these ones, I'm just gonna put them away, and I'm going to start with the installation of the exhaust manifold. So I'm going to remove it from the back, and I'm going to check the exhaust manifold for imperfections. In this case, everything looks perfect. I'm going to measure the gasket, and it looks like the right gasket. And we're gonna take this to the Jeep to install it. So the same way, we have to go under here to get access, because you see it's like kind of limited space, but going in between here helps a lot. So I'm going to clean the surface a little, just to remove any trash or something that is in between, so to have the gasket fit perfectly. Okay, the surface is clean. Now I'm going to install the gasket. It goes like this, so it stays there, held by the spark plugs. And I'm going to install the manifold. I need some room for this. It's kind of limited time. I'm limited room. So, okay. It goes like this. And it comes all the way over here. Alright, so that's the way it goes. You can see. So now it's time to install the bolts. I'm going to install all the manifold bolts, and then I'm going to install this one over here. In this case, I'm gonna be using the same bolts, which are in good condition, and these are the bolts, you can see. So what I wanna do is I wanna apply some anti-seize over here. It is just a bit, just to lubricate, just to have some lubrication on the thread, because it can create corrosion. Also, I'm gonna be applying anti-seize to the bolts over here, the ones that hold over here, so that way next time it's easy to remove them, because I have a hard time to remove them because they were stuck. So applying anti-seize will help. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna install all the bolts on the exhaust manifold. Alright, the manifold is on place, as you can see, with all the bolts, and the bottom bolts are okay too. So now it's time to install them, to tighten. I'm going to start by tightening the ones on the manifold, and then I'm going to install the ones on the cat converter. So I'm going to be tightening those with a small 1/4 dry ratchet, because they don't go super tight. And this one, it will be just with a regular wrench, 15mm wrench. So the manifold bolts are completely tight, all of them, including these ones. As you can see, this one looks a little bit open, but that is caused because all manifold, this part over here, this connection with the cat converter is smaller. As you can see, this one is like really big compared to this one. See? So that's the reason it's a little bit open, so nothing to worry about. Alright, so the last thing to do after having everything on place is to install the plugs, the cables, the spark plugs back. Just like have them click like this. The other one over here. And the last one over here. Alright, all of them are on place. And the exhaust manifold replacement is done. Right, so the job is complete. The only thing you have to do now is double check that everything is in place. Everything looks right where it's supposed to be. Now it's time to install the mud cover again, the same way we remove it. Alright, so the passenger side exhaust manifold is completely replaced. All the parts are completely back on place, as you can see, cover and everything. So that was the problem. This side was broken. In this case, I'm going to be replacing the driver's side, but the driver's side is a little harder because it has these steering columns, the lines over here, and has this heat cover over here. So it's going to be a little harder and a little difficult, but you have to do the same way. You have to remove the mud cover under here to get room, remove the spark plugs, cables, and remove the bolts. It's going to be a little difficult, but it has to be done the same way. So I'm going to do that, and as soon as I finish with this side, I'm gonna get back to you. Alright, both of the exhaust manifolds were replaced, the passenger side and the driver's side. As you can see, they're brand new. This new manifold has more room on versus the old one. There's more room over here. Probably is the manufacturer. There are many different manufacturers, but still perfect fitment for both of them. Actually, I want to show you the part number. This is the box. Let's see where I can find the part number. I don't see any part number. This is the Amazon part number, but I don't know if that is going to help you. Anyway, here are the both exhaust manifolds. This is the one that is broken. This is the driver's side, and as you can see, there are cracks over here already. There are some cracks, and that's the reason why it was better to replace it right now, because eventually it was going to break and it was going to like cause the same problem as this one. So knowing then the exhaust manifold is fully replaced on both sides, it is time to start the engine. Alright, the engine is running, you can hear, and there is no leaks anywhere. Engine sound is perfect, no exhaust leak. I cannot smell any exhaust coming from the exhaust manifolds, which is perfect. So that means that this job is done, and this Jeep is ready to work, ready to go on a trip somewhere. You need to know about replacing the exhaust manifold on a Jeep 3.8 V6 from 2007-2011. This process is going to be similar for all those years. It's going to vary on the difficulty to replace the exhaust manifold, because all Jeeps can have different accessories, and that could make it harder or easier. So as I said before, this is all you need to know. This is a Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon, but as I said before, it's going to be like similar for all of them. So you have any questions about this video, you can use the comment section below to leave questions. Anything to add to this video, you can use the comment section. And like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching.